Tequila Aficionado Podcast number 4. This is Alex Perez, editor and founder of TequilaAficionado.com. On this episode, I am back at El Cholo restaurant in Pasadena in Southern California, and I talk tequila with Adriana Leon, also known as La Mera Mera Tequilera, with her Reserva de su Familia, her family reserve tequila, which she's calling Tabacon, which is yet to be available in Mexico or even here in the U.S. She tells me I am one of the first to taste it here in the U.S., so I am quite privileged. Let's take a listen. I'm with Adriana Leon, who's representing a very interesting tequila, which isn't actually in the market yet. It's not in Mexico just yet. It's not in the U.S. It's actually a family health secret, and she's with us today. And we are also, again, back at El Cholo restaurant in Pasadena. Adriana, welcome. Welcome to Tequila Aficionado Podcast.
Thank you, Alex.
No, it was a pleasure to meet you actually formally just past weekend on September 16th. We were at the Spirits of Mexico tasting, which was fabulous. I think the Polished Plate did an excellent job, and we were able to taste a lot of different tequilas and even a mezcal, scorpion mezcal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people actually like that. I actually found it surprising myself. But let's talk about your special venture. Adriana has come to us with a bottle of, is it Reposado tequila?
It's Reposado. It's been in the oak barrels for approximately, I would say, about 6 months.
So it's been aged for 6 months, and actually a lot of our listeners also like to know what type of oak or barrels. Is it the barrels that have been used before? Are they new oak barrels, or
Yes, this has been used before. The barrel that this tequila was stored in. It was to store whiskey.
Very good, because that imparts the properties in the tequila. Now, I understand that this product again is not available anywhere. You come from a family of a long history of agave farmers.
That's
correct?
right.
In what part of Mexico?
This is in Los Altos, a region called Los Altos de Jalisco, the highlands of Jalisco. The name of the city is Arandas.
Famous city for tequila.
Famous city where all you have your cazadores, El Charro, Don Nacho, just to name a few.
Yeah, now I know sometimes the agave farmers keep it a secret as to who they sell their agaves to, but could you share some of that with us?
That is a secret.
That is a secret?
Yes,
okay.
That is a secret.
Well, you have quite a few distilleries close by, so we'll make a we'll make an assumption. But very good. So you've your family's actually been growing for a long time. You were telling me that basically your family would bottle or would make tequila for themselves. Is that correct?
Yes. What my family has been doing is they've been growing agave for many, many years, for more than 40 years. And basically what they do is they just grow it and then they sell it to these companies. But now, as of a year ago, my family has decided to venture in the tequila business. But they always had a batch just for the family, just for, there's always something going on with Mexicans, either a wedding or a baptism or quinceañera or whatever reason to party. So we always kept it for us, for the family. So you could say this is Reserva de la Familia.
Very good. This is your Reserva de la Familia.
Sí.
And I guess they always look towards you to bring the tequila.
That's
correct?
Right. That's right. Because they know that I'm the tequilera, and that's what they call me.
The tequilera, very good.
Tequilera.
La tequilera. Now, being agave farmers, did your family experience a lot of problems with, obviously, the surplus or the glut, like they're calling it now, and the ups and downs that the agave growers have had?
Yeah, back in the late 90s, they had a hard time with what happened with all the agave. But you always have something. You always have some agaves just stored, or. But yeah, that's when everything went down,
okay.
And they just started again a couple of years ago. Started regrowing the agaves again.
Yeah, because I can imagine it's disheartening for a farmer to invest so much of their land, so much of their time, and money to then not get anything for the product or close to anything for the product, which I know has happened a lot.
Right. But the good thing is that my family, when they were growing the agave, they just didn't depend on the agave. They had their 9-to-5 jobs. My cousin, who was basically the one that is in charge of it, was an attorney.
Very good.
So that paid the bills.
That helps.
Yeah, that
Very
paid
good.
the bills.
Well, we're glad that you guys stayed on top of that, because now we've got a tequila here. Why don't we
Sure.
try it?
Let's
It's
try
right
it.
here before us. You pour it a little bit. Here, let me pour you first.
Thank you.
We're pouring the tabacón reposado, and we're actually using some snifters here. We're waiting for Rito to send us their glassware so we can use them. It's clear, and it's got the little straw color to it.
Little golden hue.
Very good bouquet. How would you describe it?
Well, I'm not an expert or a catador, but this just takes me back home.
Takes you back home.
Oh,
huh?
yeah. The smell just takes me back home. Just being out and enjoying Sundays with the family and the food and the tequila.
That's what it's all about. Huh? It brings back memories. I can smell the good alcohol content in there. Very good. I can taste the oakiness in there.
Mm-hmm.
A little vanilla notes also. The attack isn't a tough attack. It's very drinkable. It's very good. Have others had a chance to taste it?
No,
Are we the
you're
first?
the first one.
We're the first. You're kidding me.
You're the first one. Here in the United States.
In the U.S. Actually, it's a very well-rounded tequila. It's got I can feel the little bit of the burn on the throat coming down, but it's very pleasant. It's
Right.
actually very pleasant, and it's lasting a long time on my palate too, which I like.
Oh, good. Glad you like it.
It stays with you.
And I know my cousin always has that. If it.
Everybody likes to see if it's got any legs on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
They always,
viscosity, you can see the viscosity
he
of
always
the tequila.
does that, and we usually back home we usually drink it this way, or we drink it in what we call a paloma, which is tequila, squirt, lime juice, and that's it. And lots of ice, and that's how we usually drink it especially during the summertime. That's our version of a sangria.
Yeah, well, it's very refreshing. I've actually had that before. Very good. Now, is your family's plan to do a blanco, to create a blanco, and maybe even an añejo?
The añejo's in the works. It's they're in the barrels right now. Blanco, not so much. It's not very popular. It's more popular with the Americans, but Blanco is not that popular in Mexico for some reason.
Really? Is that your opinion on that?
That's what I see from back home.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is it particular for the Los Altos region that
For
you see that?
Los Altos. Los Altos is very much on reposado and añejo, especially good
very interesting.
añejo.
Very interesting. I thought it would be the other way around, that people would be more geared towards the blancos.
No.
You could try to get the pure.
The true essence. No.
Well, actually, you can taste the agave coming through on this, which I like. The wood isn't masking the agave like sometimes it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when can we expect an añejo? Anytime soon?
Soon. They've been resting in the oak barrels, and it's the reason why my cousin decided to name it Tabacón is that he really enjoys his tequila with a good cigar. So and when they are in the process of distilling it and doing all that, everybody there smokes cigars. So he thought of that name because it kind of has that essence of the tobacco of el puro.
So everybody's got a tobacco hanging out of their mouth while they're doing
Yes.
this?
Yeah.
They're not getting any ashes in the tequila, are they?
Well, but that's maybe
with the territory?
you'll get somebody. That just makes it more unique.
Well, I actually thought that maybe the agaves were planted on a past tobacco plantation. That's what my first thought when you said it was called tabacón.
Yeah. No. It's because everybody. It just the smoke. Everybody is just smoking it, and so the smoke is just around, and that's how he enjoys his tequila, with a good cigar. Or
Very good. A lot of
Cuban
people do.
cigar,
Yeah.
if I could say that.
Yeah. Well, I don't smoke, but I know a lot of people enjoy that, and they enjoy Cuban cigars. I've never smoked them, but I know a lot of people that like to smoke. I know people that actually dip them.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Yes.
They dip them in the tequila.
They do. They actually do. They dip them, and especially, oh my God, a cigar, a good Cuban cigar with a good añejo, that's just the ultimate.
So you smoke cigars?
Yes, I do. I have to. It's been in the family.
So you kind of look like that singer, India.
Oh,
The
La
singer
India.
La India.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just smokes a lot of cigars. Anyway, well, I don't condone it because it might cut your lifespan a little bit, but the tequila is very, very good.
But it's only when you drink tequila. It's only when, you're in that type of atmosphere. It's not for an everyday use.
Well, what is the name of the organization? Is it also Tabacon? Is it can we call it La Hacienda Tabacon?
No. The organization is more like Tequileras de Don Roberto.
Now, have you in Mexico already gone through the CRT and did everything that you need to do with them?
My cousin right now is in the works of, I believe he already has all the license and everything in Mexico.
Good. And typically what they do is the distilleries produce a product first, and then they have the CRT come out and examine and you get your licenses and everything.
Right.
So obviously you're first going to launch it in Mexico.
The first launch will be in Mexico.
Will be Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you be your first market? Are you looking to come out to Los Angeles?
Yes. It's where the majority of Mexicans live, so we just want to bring something back of quality to everybody. We just want everybody to enjoy tequila and share our passion for tequila.
And this is, I would imagine, the market for tequila. There's a lot of tequilas out there, and everybody's looking for shelf on the a space on the shelf. Excuse me, in the bars and in the stores, and so it's a big market, but it's a tough market. Do you see a challenge with that?
It is, but we pride ourselves that tequila that will be coming out is tequila not only made with integrity, quality, and with lots of passion. We don't want to mass produce it. That's not our intention. Our intention is to keep it small, like we've always had it in the family. Just like when somebody comes to your house, it's like you always say, mi casa, su casa, and that's the image we want to project. When you invite a guest to your house and you offer them the best thing that you have, which is your good bottle of tequila, and that's how we want it to. So we don't really we're not interested in being big. We're not interested in competing with your patron or others. So we just want to keep it small, and tradition is very important to us too.
I guess we could call it a small family-owned boutique tequila.
That's right.
Now, is there anything special that you can share with us that your family does in creating tequila? Everybody pretty much has their special process or the special something they do. Is there anything that you can share with us that you can remember?
Well,
other than the smoking while you're doing the distilling. The tobacco essence that's floating around in there during the time.
Right.
Could you tell us, is it double distilled tequila?
It is double distilled, yes. Definitely, it is double distilled. This one, I don't, as you can see, there's even some parts of the tobacco in there. Cigar. But yes, it is double distilled at the tequila that eventually will come to the U.S. market.
Well, we appreciate you sharing this tequila with us.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me. It's an honor. Thank you so much.
No, we wish you the best, and we look forward to seeing Tabacon, the bottles with the actual Tabacon label out there. We'll look for them in Mexico. We'll also look for them, hopefully your first launch being in Los Angeles, and hopefully we can be a part of that too.
Yeah, the way that we're going to do it is I'm going to be in charge with promoting it. So just look out for the tequila tastings by La Tequilera.
Very good. Thank you, La Tequilera.
Gracias.